thank you for my life, my body and soul. Help me realize I am beautiful and whole. I'm perfect the way I am, and a little trouble too. I will live each day as a gift I give to you. Named Dan Nichols wrote that, and it's a tune that we do a lot during the high holy days. It's nice, reflective. You know, it's a good morning blessing. My son asked me, he said, "Dad, do you believe that everything is preordained?" And I said, "No." And he goes, "You don't believe that everything is divinely planned? Every choice you're going to make is divinely planned?" I said, "Absolutely." And he goes, "Huh." He goes, "Well, do you believe it's all chance?" I said, "No, I don't believe it's all chance." And he was like, "Well, me too." And I was like, "Oh, well, good. I'm glad we agree on something." And he goes, "I think the answer is somewhere in the middle." He said, "And I think that's where God is. I think God may open doors. Events may be, there may be there's planning, obviously, clearly, there's design, right?" He's like, "But our choices that we make are the things that echo in the world and reflect in the world." And he said, "God may open doors, but we get to decide if we walk through them," right? He's like, "That's where free will is, that's where choice is, and the opportunity to be responsible for our actions," right? And I was like, "How old are you?" 17. I was like, "Well, little rabbi." So this is a song that came out of that conversation. If you ask me, do I believe in miracles? Say, yes, I do. Yes, I do. How can I believe what I cannot see? Well, my friends, I can see you. It's a little less than fate and a lot more than chance that brings beautiful strangers our way. So how can I believe in what I cannot see? Well, I do, and it happens every day. Come on, sing a song to the one that's loved you for so long. Sing, oh, sing a song to the one that's loved you for so long. Lechuna la dona naria letzoi shena lekad mafana betoda bizmiru naria. Sing, oh, sing a song to the one that's loved for so long. Sing, oh, sing a song to the one that's loved for so long. Ask me, do I believe in miracles? Say, yes, I do. Yes, I do. How can I believe what I cannot see? Well, my friends, I can see you. It's a little less than fate and a lot more than chance that brings beautiful strangers our way. So, yes, I believe, oh, in miracles. I do. And they happen every day.
Great. I just caught like the middle of what you were saying. What did your son ask you?
Well, he asked me if I believe everything is divinely planned. And And I said, no, I don't. Well, we got deeper into the talk later on. He was like, why don't you think that that's possible? I said, I don't think that's not possible. I think everything's possible, right? I believe in a God that gave us the opportunity for life. I think anything is possible at this point. I said, but if everything, for me, if everything is divinely planned, then I don't make choices.
How old is your son?
He's 17. Said, and kind of the whole point is that God gives us an opportunity to be responsible for our lives, that we make mistakes and we get to choose to turn that around and do better, right? We get to make that choice. Like we were talking about Moses.
That's a very Jewish attitude.
It's super Jewish, right? I want to get him a shirt that says super Jewish. And but yeah, the idea that, look, you're not some picture perfect entity. You're going to stumble and struggle, and that's where life is. And the beautiful thing, though, is that we're not alone, and we get to pick ourselves up, and we get to pick each other up. That's nice. That's
That's the definition of tshuva.
right. Absolutely, we get to return. So, yeah, I want to be sensitive to my time. I know we got a little bit of a late start. How are we doing? Good, we got time. Let's actually, you know what? We just had Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur and this super heavy time. Let's do a tune about that. And I'm going to teach you a nigun to close us out. And we'll see how into that we are. We'll figure out what tomorrow's going to look like from there. I should tell you before I start. This song started off as a way to teach young people about the high holy days. So who's familiar with the Baal Shem Tov? Am I familiar with the Baal Shem Tov? Yeah. Simply the best. Anyway, terrible. It's a terrible joke. So my favorite story about the Baal Shem Tov is that he's walking down the road, and the disciples are with him, and they stop and they're listening to this person sing and express themselves. And the Best stops and listens to everything this person has to say, and it goes on, clearly for some time. When the person's done, the Baal Shem Tov walks on, the disciples all walk on, and then they ask him, they're like, why do we listen to that cat? They probably didn't say the word cat, but they're like, why do we listen to that cat sing all these tunes? And the Baal Shem Tov says, because when someone is singing, they're confessing. And when someone confesses, we should listen. Oh, beautiful lesson, right? So my rabbi says, well, why don't you write a song about the high holy days, about Rosh Hashanah and all these things. So I did, and it quickly turned into a confessional song. It turned into something that was much more inward than outward. And kids still enjoy it, but it changed. It was a much peppier tune when it started. So here's a little introspection for you. I will take a long look at me and think about what it is I see. Well, have I been good to you? Did I do all that I said I do? Remembering the words that I've used, thinking about the times I was rude. Well, if I am thankful for this gift, let me say it with deeds and not just lips. It's gonna be a brave new year, starting right now, right here. Well, I will be strong and stand up tall, reach out for others, oh, when they fall. Well, I will rejoice in my faith, remember that love is why we're made, and be the very best that I can be, for all the world and all for me. 'Cause every day we live our lives, some days we let ourselves slide, and we forget our way, but thankfully it's not too late. Avinu Malkeinu, Chonen Banenu. I may have done wrong at times, I know, but through my actions I will show. It's gonna be a brave new year, starting right now, right here. Well, I will be strong and stand up tall, reach out for others, oh, when they fall. Well, I will rejoice in my faith, remember that love is return. Oh, return. To shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, return. Oh, return. It's gonna be a brave new year, and it's starting right now, right here. And I will be strong and stand up tall, reach out for others, oh, they fall. And I will rejoice in my faith. Remember that love is why we're made. Be the very best that I can be for the world and oh, for me.
Wow,
Excellent.
that is
Excellent.
great.
Thanks.
You got a Yiddish neshama.
What happened?
You have definitely got a Yiddish neshama.
Ah, that means a lot. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. I want to find a tune. I want to find a tune that we can do together. Part of one of the joys of doing this is getting to sing with people. Is anyone familiar with, and because just I don't know, so I want to ask, Hine Matov?
Of course.
So, right, so great. So I'm gonna show you a new Hine Matov, right? This is based on the idea that if we truly believe in the mountain, and that we came from this place and that people were gathered up together, we should treat each other like brothers and sisters, regardless of where we come from, right? Because the worst thing we can do is create strangers. What we should do is open our tent at all sides and be rushing out to shake hands and greet people. So I'll start it off. It goes like this. Well, I remember that I was there on that mountain, yeah, not long ago. And I have been told, oh, you were with me, brothers and sisters, now weren't we all? Well, I remember that there was thunder on that mountain, yeah, from the Lord. We carry in us, well, all the memories of those words that came before. The Hine Matov sounds like this. Hine Matov, Umanayim, Shevet Achim, Gam Yachad. Hine Matov, Umanayim, Shevet Achim, Gam Yachad. If you want to try that, you can join me. Hine Matov, yeah, Umanayim, Shevet Achim, Gam Yachad. Come on. Hine Matov, Umanayim, Shevet Achim, Gam Yachad. Two more. Hine Matov, Umanayim, Shevet Achim, Gam Yachad. Hine Matov, Umanayim, Shevet Achim, Gam Yachad. Well, I remember that I was there on that mountain, yeah, long ago. And we carry in us all the memories of the words, yeah, that came before. Thank you very much. I appreciate y'all's time. So I did, yes, right on the money. It's a good time.
Right, yeah.
That's a good time. So personal philosophy before I leave you and like sit back here and learn as much as I can from all of you. I think this is the life that we've got, right? This is the time we have here. This is what we've been given. This life matters because this is the life you have. So how you choose to spend those hours and minutes is a sacred and holy thing. The fact that people came from all over to be here, that took the time to put this together, to gather people, how you spent those hours and minutes getting here and building this is a holy and sacred thing. So thank you for being here, thank you for your time, and thank you for your voices.